By my count, we've got about 2.5 hours left to hit that $36,000 mark to get that into the schedule. So definitely get your donations in for that if you want to see that race. I also have $150 from Aussie Dancer. I may miss the incentive I'm donating for due to time zones and work, but I don't want to stop others from enjoying it. Here's to the Monkey Ball 2 incentive. Who doesn't like a crazy puzzle game that involved monkeys falling off platforms and rolling around strange obstacles? Hope everyone is having fun and getting enough sleep to enjoy all these amazing runs. Break a leg to all the runners and people behind the scenes this week. All right, and it looks like we are ready on stage, so I'm going to hand you over to my man SilverDile for Wiz and Liz, the Frantic Wabbit Wescue.
Good morning, SGDQ. I'm SilverDile here on my couch. I've got Ronald McDonald, I've got Pancakes, and I've got Cronoon. And I'm here to show you the wonderful Frantic Wabbit Wescue, known as Wiz and Liz. The game is actually very straightforward. I'm just going to save rabbits, collect fruits, and go fast. Just to be perfectly clear and open with everybody, the run is actually full of all kinds of RNG. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert a password to mitigate some of that. There is a shop that I'll be looking to get. You'll understand, hopefully, sooner rather than later. And there's about a 30% chance I don't get it. And there's nothing I can do if I don't get this shop. So we're going to use a password that gives me the shop. That's all I'm doing here. So.
It's only about the first 30 seconds or so of the runs.
Yeah, it doesn't affect a whole lot. So, ready to get started? 3, 2, 1, go. So like I said with this shop, it does start me with a few extra stars, which are currency. I'm just going to buy a cherry. It won't do anything. It'll disappear before I would even maybe use it.
Okay, so here are the stages. There's all sorts of stages. They wrap around left and right. So the basic goal of these stages here is to Wescue all the Wabbits. And every time you do that, they're going to pop out an item. He's looking for, at first, letters so that he can get the magic word filled out. Once he gets the magic word filled out, he's just going to capture the rest and try to capture fruits and stars and time bonuses.
You have to collect all of the Wabbits before you move on to the next stage.
So yeah, the time limit starts off like about 1.5 minutes for the wizard difficulty. That seems pretty generous, but as you move on, it's going to get closer and closer. So there's actually a possibility, it's fairly likely, that he might have to take 1 death. 2 is going to be pretty unlikely, though. But when the time gets down really close, about 10 seconds, there's going to be this orange orb that shows up, and he's going to have to hunt it down and grab it really quickly for a 30-second time bonus to clutch it out.
And the worst part is that time bonus isn't always consistent. Sometimes they just don't even give it to you at all. It's kind of brutal.
Yeah, in practice, he managed to get it a few times very close, like 1 second, 0 seconds.
It's definitely very, very tight when it happens. It's really cool to see. Hopefully it happens here.
So in terms of techniques here, he's just wrapping around, but he's trying to look for clusters of rabbits, and also he'll go through a cluster and then go back the other way to pick the pickups.
So what I'm doing here is fruits are only good for 3 levels. After 3 levels, they start to spin rapidly and they just die off. So I'm going to sell all of them. I can't use them in the next few levels, so we're just going to turn them into stars here.
Stars are basically the currency of this game. It's how he uses to buy the fruits, also time.
And time, possibly. So we've actually got a couple of levels here, but I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. So if you've got a donation or 2 you want to stick in here.
Yeah, I think I can take care of you there. I've got $30 here from Meaty Guy.
Yo, meaty guy.
Shoutouts to SilverDile for running a favorite game of my childhood as well as helping new runners for the game. May the time orb gods be with you.
Please.
Here we go. He cleared it.
We've actually got time for maybe another donation or two.
All right, I've got $200 here from Moradin. Let's see that Super Monkey Ball race.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I've also got $25 from Kona Rican. Gotta donate for my favorite Genesis game from my childhood.
And it's worth noting, while he's moving around these stages very, very quickly, trying to avoid bonus letters and collect certain fruits and get the groupings of Wabbits, he's keeping track of what fruits he has, what fruits he potentially needs, watching the timer, and there is a lot going on. And in this game, all of it is basically reactionary. No two runs ever go the exact same way, so it's not like he's just putting himself on, say, autopilot. He's constantly adjusting to what the game is giving him.
So what I'm doing here is I actually need a lemon and potato for a word game to get more stars. The cabbage and banana will be useful later. It'll save time to have them already on my trees. So everybody remembers all those weird words we've been spelling. You might not have been paying too much attention to them, but it turns out all those words have definitions, and I had to suffer through the 150 definitions and learn them all so I can do this for you guys. So what I'm doing here is I'm just betting stars to try and guess what these words are. So
Canoodle.
These are actual words.
So if you canoodle, you give someone a hug. Trolley wags are your trousers. Bummicky. I think that's this one.
Good job.
Hard part of the run is over.
Will the time stone be nice?
It should be. There we go.
There we go.
I found that if you start a level with less time, like with the, how do I want to phrase this? The less time you start a level with, the more likely it's going to be nice to you.
And that's fair.
Actually, a death here is probably faster. I do have all the bonus letters. It's about a 30-second time sink. It does not progress the game. There's nothing nice about it. It just...
Right, so it'll potentially save 10 seconds if he intentionally takes a death here, RTA, over going to the bonus stage and wasting 40 seconds doing nothing but running around, so...
Losing life isn't really that much of a problem.
Nope.
It resets the timer, which is actually a huge help. But you stay at the round that you're at. When there's 3 rounds, by the way, for each stage. And
There's actually 2 of them. It increases as the game goes on.
Right. On another note about that, he's about to fight the first boss out of 2 for this difficulty. The stages do actually change after the first boss.
All right. So I'm going to mix the cabbage banana here to make a sale in the shop. It makes everything 50% off. I already have 2 fruits. I'm also going to skip a level here.
You skip levels by mixing certain fruits together.
6. We're just going to buy some time here, since I have some extra stars. And I'm going to mix potato, and this skips Woodland, which is honestly my least favorite level. So if we can not play it, that would be wonderful.
It has there's a lot of separation between the floors on that stage, and navigating between them is pretty difficult.
Correct, because as you see his movement here, he is moving up and down from the top and bottom path fairly regularly. In Woodland, you don't always have that option, so you do want to skip it. And the first 2 categories of this game always come down to the potatoes.
The potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Very versatile.
So we actually don't need to collect this orange here. That is an orange, it's not a pumpkin. Took me years to figure that out. All right, so here we have Snake Eyes. So this game is entirely wholesome up until this point. We do have a boss, and for whatever reason, he's angry with us. So we're going to take the wholesome route and blow his eyes out.
We are saving animals, but this is the one animal in the game where we don't save it at all. That was a fairly clean boss.
It was.
Really, really good job there.
All right. So now all the levels reopen, but the platforming has actually been increased in difficulty. So rather than play all those levels, we're just going to skip them.
And what you're going to see him here is he's going to start, he's counting his fruits right now, and he's going to start mixing fruits together. Go into the shop, do more, I guess you can call it fruit manipulation, if you will. Selling and buying, getting the fruits he needs.
So we set up just a combo of fruits so that all the fruits he has turns to mushrooms, which can sell for the most amount of stars. And then he uses that to buy more fruits that he needs to skip levels and sell off the rest of his mushrooms in any time if he can. You can literally buy time in this game.
Not enough of it, actually.
Okay, so what he's doing here is while we're waiting on the cauldron to finish mixing the spell, 2 skip stages, he's going to be moving the fruits around on the trees to make it more optimal to, mix the next batch even quicker. Just small little things like this do eventually save you a load of time. And the in-game timer, of course, does not count down while you're here on this screen. So you have one more stage to play here, is that correct?
Yes. When everything is said and done, I play about 50% of this game.
Do we have time for a quick donation or two during this?
Yes.
Excellent. I have $30 from Illerhaz. My sister and I played Wiz and Liz all the time. I'm excited to see it run in SGDQ. Also have $15 from Hydrophobic Walrus 178. I am surprised to see this game here. I loved playing this as a kid. Good luck to the runner and keep up the great work.
A lot of Wiz and Liz love. Great to see.
So this is Woodland. It has been increased in difficulty. There's normally only one platform, but as you can see, there's just stuff all over the place. It's really hard to find the rabbits. It's honestly just a mess. So when SGDQ actually accepted this run, I did figure out a new route where I can skip this, but the run would require far more RNG here. And rather than rely on this, we went with a safer bet, which requires me to play this horrendous level.
Fortunately, he doesn't have to worry about collecting the fruits at this point. All he has to do is clear it.
All right, so we have the final boss here. This is Creepy Clock.
And this has 4 attack points, where the snake only had 3. So
We're actually going to do a slight bit of movement tech here. I'm going to take a damage boost. There you go. That's my expertise in the game is just that one damage boost.
all right, so you'll see he's trying to maintain his energy or magic onto one particular point, and that's why you'll see him spamming the A button here. And
I'm also trying to stay away from the pendulum, not only because it damages me, but it can distract my magic until I actually have to attack it. So when the clock falls off the screen here in about 3 or 4 seconds, that will be time. So we're coming up on it, and time.
Very nice.
And so that's Wiz and Liz. I saved all the rabbits.
Way to go.
We saved the animals again. Except maybe that snake.
yeah, we don't worry about him too much.
The game has multiple different categories for shorter runs to longer runs. Wizard here takes, how long did that take me? Anybody? About, what, 12 minutes?
It's like 11,
11 minutes?
56 or something.
All right, so you saw it took about 12 minutes. The apprentice difficulty actually takes about 4 to 5 minutes, and it takes nothing to pick it up. There's no weird tech that you have to do. There's maybe some potatoes that you can get to skip a level, but other than that, it's just straight gameplay, and anybody can pick this game up. You can ask here, we've got Pancakes and Cronoon, and both of them have pretty good runs. Well, Cronoon has a pretty good run.
No, for real, even if it's casually, play this game. It is a lot of fun. The controls are incredibly tight, and it just feels good playing it.
It feels really good. And if anybody has questions, I mean, you can always find me on Twitch or Discord and just shoot me a message. I love to talk about this game.
All right, thank you, SilverDile, for that great run, man. Just want to get in a couple more quick donations here. I have $30 from Roz. Plot twist, the wizard is Elmer Fudd, and the rabbits are dinner. Roz, that's the kind of talk that gets you shirked on. I also have $150 from Slipaveri. Thank you for an awesome event once again. I planned my holidays this year for AGDQ and SGDQ. Surely I'll do the same next year. Let's see more Monkey Ball and Paper Mario glitches. Greeting from Finland by me and my girlfriend. And a quick update on that incentive. We are so close, less than $5 away from hitting $21,000 for that Monkey Ball race. Thank you, everyone, for all of the awesome donations. I'm having a fun time trying to keep up with them here. So thank you, everyone who's putting money towards that. Really looking forward to getting that into the schedule. That is going to just about do it for me today as far as hosting. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, watching, supporting Doctors Without Borders. I'm going to be handing it over to Soraya. She's going to be taking you through through Sylvan Tale, rather. Yeah, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you all in the future.
Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick, a week-long speedrunning marathon that benefits Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, is a medical humanitarian organization working in more than 60 countries around the world. MSF is a private international association. MSF provides assistance to populations in distress, to victims of natural or man-made disasters, and to victims of armed conflict. They do so irrespective of race, religion, creed, or political convictions. Find out more at doctorswithoutborders.org. My name is Soraya, and I'll be hanging out with you for the next few runs. On deck, we have OmniGamer playing SilverDile. Looks like we met our donation incentive for the English patch of the game, so thank you all who donated for it. And just an update for our Monkey Ball 2 race. We are currently sitting at $21,170.85 out of $36,000, so please keep those donations coming. We have $20 from Butters BB, excited for OmniGamer's run of SilverDile. He's the hero that the speedrunning community needs. I can't wait to see how quickly this game can be completed when the human element is applied. We have $100 from Eloquent Alpaca, thanks to all the runners and commentators raising funds for the great work Doctors Without Borders does. Shoutouts to all the behind-the-scenes unsung heroes. We have $30 from Soph McLoaf, watching all the way from London, England. Longtime fan of GDQ and finally donating for Super Monkey Balls race. $250 from Knight60. Greetings from the Middle East. First time catching the event live, so I finally get to donate. Thanks to all the great runners and staff making these events possible and for helping to make the end of this deployment seem to come just a little bit faster. Half to the Monkey Ball race, half to Paper Mario glitches. And just another update on that Monkey Ball race. We have just crossed the $21,000 threshold at $21,355.85. So just about 2 hours left until we can hopefully get that run going. So please make sure to get those donations in. $31 from Double Evil. Thank you so much for making this amazing event happen. Let's make this even better with a monkey ball race. Ready? Go! $30 from Golden Quill. Shout out to SilverDile for Wiz and Liz. I tried to donate during your run, but alas, I couldn't find the button. Oops. Great run, babe. Love, Golden Quill, aka Mrs. Dial.